Okay, before we get started, we've got some things to take care of. Off screen, I went material hunting, and I stole various things, which we shall use now. I got some Damascus steel from the big Goliaths. Yes, please. I love some of that. This one requires me to give up my favourite fish-looking sword. So I'll only do that if we have enough left over at the end, because that's... Yeah, I've stolen from fire demons using time manipulation. Is this what I want? Well, first of all, we have... Here's something we can do. A bomb. Fair enough. I will look into that. Does require us to give up a trident, but you know me, I'm all for flinging tridents at new projects. Versatile spear! That looks quite versatile. Doesn't look much like a spear because they've done the thing to it. I don't know why they shortened it like that. Like, there are other ways you could get the whole thing on screen. I don't know what's going on, but I've got a hat to put on. So that's fun. I also stole some orichalcum from the Harpies, one piece of it, but it doesn't look like it actually goes into anything yet, so... I mean, the good news there is... Just when I was worried I would not have any delicious eggs. How's that not a question mark weapon, can I ask? How's that? Well, okay. Let's see if you're worth shedding fish over. You're less interesting to look at, just visually. You are at least stronger, which is unusual for this whole process. I would need to put so many resources into just having a fish sword again that's not as good. But yeah, for now we're gonna hit with sticks. In the final stretch of him getting what he wants. In the lovely tower that we're in, the mechanical world of balconies and birds that are difficult to steal from. That clearly indicates that there's a little gap in there the size of a door. But there's secret snoof. Only a snoofus could snoof through that gap, right? We need what's a snoofus? Snoof for down there. You have to press the down there button to get anywhere near what you want. Sometimes they really hid that one. It's just as well it was marked on the map, because I'd never have wrapped my head around that. I'd have lost my entire brainstem in the process, and which would have been horrifying, I'm sure. Fleas! Oh, they're death rippers, actually. They've got gold for me, and then nothing else. But it's got a long, sweepy weapon. Well, this was kind of an ideal time to have... Wait, no, I had stolen orichalcum, and that's how I got this, wasn't it? Have I... Yeah. I guess I did succeed. My recollection was that I failed completely at that, and I guess not. Oh well. Oh well. You know, I doesn't matter. We've got some more now. It's not like I went all that far out of my way. I was already doing side stuff. It's not like I was set fire to in the pro, because I couldn't get away in time because I needed too many stolen birds. I would never let it get to that point. That's the promise I made myself, is like, look, if someone tries to set you on fire, stop the video. Some things aren't worth immolation. And most of them are this. Are you gonna stop coming down at any point? Okay. I'm glad to see you are not being utterly unreasonable. I'm already having to punch this a whole lot with a stick. You snoofing along the floor about. You're like, no, I'm on the ground today. No one will ever find me. You'll never suspect. When you look for a bird, you think they're going to be in the air, don't you? They'll never see this coming, flooping along the floor. Master of disguise. Nobody ever suspects just a weird cluster of faces shuffling along the ground. It's the one thing that always sneaks up on people successfully. Ninjas aren't shit compared to this. Call him Sneaky Legion. Ah. You think mathematics is the real number jam? I don't want any of your birds. No, I don't. You naughty cretin. Well, I can show you how to do this. Good then. Wait, no, it wasn't you that I used time dilation on, was it? It was. Never mind then. Back as we were. You. There is no workaround for it. I just have to be willing to burgle. But if I see a fire demon, then I can show you. But otherwise, like, it's not worth going out of my way to demonstrate. You have to uppercut them to get the burglary chance, but the problem is the window is very small. But if you stop time and then uppercut them while they're frozen, like, the results of the uppercut will, like, they'll get knocked into the air when time starts again, so you can, like, just sort of have a moment to brace yourself and then jump up as time starts again, and you'll be right there ready to steal from them. So that's the trick. Weirdly, none of the, like, guides and tips that I read up mentioned this. They seem to think you could just follow him up. No, like, there was no mention of time stopping. Which is weird, because it's like 1,000 times easier. You'd think one person would have been like, you do remember you have a wizard. You've got a wizard to guide you. Sphere them. Sphere them. I seem to be frozen in place. I'm confused and dazed and reeling from God's grace. I saw the light, and it paralysed me as a giant man was beating the shit out of me. You know, probably wasn't the best time, if I'm being honest. God, me old mucker. Couldn't have fucking waited. You'd think with omniscience he'd have known. That's why I have to conclude it was deliberate. Oh, I'm working in mysterious ways. Yeah, you're being a dick. You're being just toxic to be around. Fucking. You know how it is. Or maybe you don't, and that's also fine. You've got nothing to prove to me. Clearly. It's the first time I'm getting a real good look at your face, and it's... Okay, you don't need to... Oh, so you want to look at my face, do you? Well, here's the inside of my torso. That's just straight up not the same thing. What are you proving by doing that? Certainly not Gribbonacci theorem. It's got nothing to do with any of this. It's about how many eggs you can hide before you're found out by the librarian. He was a big fan of hiding eggs in libraries, was a Gribbonacci. He would at least hard-boil them first. So, like, they couldn't get knocked on the floor and then crack, and then you've just got eggy madness all over your library floor. Wackaroo? Whack 'em, smack 'em, godless foes? The horrible nightmare is here to tell you a secret. See, that looks like something that's twist. Oh. I can just... It's just a... I've never seen you do that once, I don't think. Was not aware that was an option. But there we have it. Swoop! Okay, that's nothing. It would seem. Thought it might be something, evidently was wrong. Ooh. Wait, where am I? I was able to make contact with that. Whoa! Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Fuck. Well, that's it. We just mouse-trapped a hole in the wall. Smacked it off with the permission of 7 legionnaires. Surely nobody can defeat us now. Nobody can keep us from our goal, whatever that is at this point. We're just following the bloke deeper into where we assume he is, right? Like, we've got no real indication that he is here. We've not been briefed again by the priest. He's remained in his little dimensional curtain ever since the incident. He swished at a man and he span away. And then we never saw him again. He's just being real angry somewhere we can't see. While all these fences are the only clue we have left. Where there's fencing, there's someone you want. That's how it is. I'm not getting all the things I want, really. I feel like I was getting more crystals before for some reason. Versatile. Frying pan. Oh! I could fry some people. If you want, you don't want, though. You don't want that. So, let's just use a sword. Use a sword for a bit. I was using the funny long stick for a long time off screen, and so I'm a bit sort of wanting to use something else now, even though on screen it's only been like, it's had about 10 minutes of, you know, time to shine. That's how it is sometimes. It's, you know, we don't like to think about it, but sometimes people are used sticks where you can't see them, and that's, you know, you always assume, oh, sticks are great, but and yeah, they are, but we're sick of them. This is actually a fairly good-looking sword, in fairness. Very nice. Doesn't look like a funny sort of fin motif, but it's still very nice looking. The weapons are getting good. They're becoming an excellent... Oh! Well, here's Crisscross Boulevard. What nightmares await me deep in here, eh? What am I now going to have to deal with? A Gorgon? A AAA battery? Or something else? Those are your three options. Here's time. Oh, hello.
An unexpected guest. So, Zed hasn't slain you yet? I see you were spying on us. But I am an expert at miraculous escapes. Despite that, however, I have fallen into his trap at last.
Trap? What trap?
Well, the space itself is a barrier. Which leads me to question, how did you get here?
On foot.
There's a door.
There were no barriers.
I think he's taking you for a ride, Sunshine.
Interesting. Yes, that is quite possible.
What are you saying?
It's possible, is it?
I may be partially freed of the fess of time. Well, that means I can have a direct physical effect here. For example, I could fight you.
So is that your intent?
Just have a sword fight for no reason.
Not exactly. By fighting you, all that I need to know will be revealed.
Can't even fight me for a straightforward reason, for fuck's sake. Just, what is magic? Magic mastodons every day. Go right now, well, you can poison me, it seems. And you've done time. You're doing time. Okay, you can unpoison. Is your special. You're doing... Hurry up and give me the blantidote. Thank you. Thank you for this. I've got to deal with a man in a fancy hat. Alright, he can swish sometimes. And avoid priests that he doesn't want. Oh-ho! Interesting. Well, what if I have an interesting Smimble Wizard? So when you're in that... I remember reading that bit, actually, now that you've done that, now that I've seen you for the final time, for the final year of my life! Immortal fragments! Ha 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 ha! Swishy! Swishy blades! The swishy blades of my funny friend! I've got hats of my own, you tit wrangler. Don't have a time flaw. Alright, that's the flaw of time, and you're not allowed. Got a lightning strike. I should probably get some health. Come on! No, yeah, you're snounding. You're snounding's all the brides. Oh, it's pointless to do that to me. You can't get a government grant for doing it. It's the only reason you would... Why are you going quick? You don't have to... You plants? You've made plants! You've made silly plants under the worth of the earth. Thorns. Thornwood is the final name. The last person on earth will be called Thornwood. Alright? So if you know a Thornwood in real life, brace yourself. Alright? I'm sorry that you had to find out this way. But nobody ever thinks. What if I want you to have a... I can't even pause the game when he does that to me. It's like he completely freezes you out. Smimbles ahoy. I may in fact need to use that. Because that's gotten a little bit ridiculous. You can't approach me, I don't think. Alright. So you have control over time, apparently. What's that got to do with the plants? Time and plant... No, I've not got my assistant for anti-venoms. I have to do that manually. Manual anti-venom matters to me. I've done you wrong. And you... Oh, you've become... Don't have another... You've reversed time. I'd honestly rather you hadn't. It just seems a bit unnecessary. You can't just poison people forever. Alright? You're not the eternal scorpion. Okay? That's someone else completely. Someone you've never met and will never meet. The eternal scorpion keeps to themselves. What are you gonna do? You might do the poison move again, you see, is why I'm worried. Is why I feel the need to keep track of you.
See, you keep doing it. You keep doing it.
It's your favourite green thing to put on me. And that I can do nothing except worry about the Lord of Crimes. You've just got a gun? I love having a gun. I'm a mysterious man. Shooting you for whatever reason I can contrive. Right, you prick. Oh, I shan't bother reversing time again.
Not to interfere with you again.
Very well.
Given up now for some reason.
I now see how fascinating time, or rather, fate, truly is.
Just who are you?
I'm a man with a funny hat.
Only half here. Not allowed to speak the truth. Not allowed to act upon reality. Yet, one who knows all. That about covers it.
I see. Not allowed to speak the truth.
Please forget everything I have told you. A traveler merely passes through, touching nothing, changing nothing. But there is one thing I can tell you.
What is that?
I feel a new destiny flowing out of you. Walk the path that is meant for you
Oh,
without fear.
the face.
You are no longer
What was the
alone.
point? What was the point?
Give my regards to Zed when you see him.
Floating faces make you worry about people's intentions. And away I go. So was this some elaborate plan to just remove a fop from the board? I don't want him causing a ruck. Too many variables. You didn't... The immortal fragment doesn't factor into anyone, does it? Piece of eternity itself. God me. Well, that's that. That's that pseudo-resolved. And, yeah, tune in next time when we'll hopefully eventually find out what the fuck he was alluding to and why he had to have a big transparent face about it. Goodbye. The wizard cannot sit still, and that is valid, to be honest.